Oh no, not again.
George, what happened?
I was studying English for 2 weeks every day, and then I stopped again.
For how long?
Almost 3 weeks.
That's okay. It happens to many learners.
But I'm tired of starting over again and again. Every time I feel excited, I study hard for a few days, and then suddenly I lose motivation.
So, what made you stop this time?
Honestly, I felt overwhelmed. There were too many videos, too many grammar lessons, too many vocabulary lists. I didn't know what to focus on.
I understand that feeling very well.
Really? I thought you were always good at English.
Not at all. When I started learning English, I was confused all the time.
Seriously?
Yes. I remember opening 5 different YouTube channels in one day. One teacher said, focus on grammar. Another said, forget grammar and just speak. I didn't know what to do.
That's exactly me right now.
And because of that confusion, I stopped learning for months.
Months?
Yes. I felt like English was impossible.
So, how did you improve?
One day, I realized something important.
What was it?
Learning English is not about studying hard for 1 week. It's about practicing a little every day.
That sounds simple, but difficult at the same time.
It becomes easier when English becomes part of your daily life.
But how can someone practice every day without getting bored?
By making practice fun and realistic.
Give me examples.
Okay, tell me honestly, what do you usually do every day?
I wake up, check my phone, drink coffee, go to work, come home, watch videos, and sleep.
Perfect.
Perfect? That sounds boring.
No, it's perfect because you can add English to all those activities.
How?
When you check your phone, read posts in English. When you drink coffee, listen to a short English podcast. When you watch videos, watch English content with subtitles.
So I don't need to sit with a textbook all day?
Exactly. Many learners think studying English must be serious and difficult all the time.
That's true.
But language learning works best when it becomes natural.
I never thought about it that way.
Also, stop trying to study for 5 hours a day.
Wait, isn't more studying better?
Not if you quit after 2 days.
Good point.
Consistency is more important than intensity.
So, studying 20 minutes every day is better than studying 5 hours once a week?
Absolutely.
I think one of my biggest problems is motivation.
What do you mean?
Some days I feel excited to learn English. Other days I don't want to study at all.
That's completely normal.
Really?
Of course, nobody feels motivated every single day.
Then how do successful learners continue?
They don't depend on motivation. They depend on habits.
Can you explain that more?
Sure, motivation is an emotion. It comes and goes, but habits stay.
So, I should create a daily routine?
Exactly.
What kind of routine?
A simple one. For example, 10 minutes listening, 10 minutes reading, 10 minutes speaking.
That sounds manageable.
And the important thing is doing it every day, even when you don't feel like it.
That's difficult.
Yes, but it becomes easier with time.
Did you ever struggle with speaking English?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? You sound very confident now.
Thank you, but I wasn't always like this.
What happened?
I was afraid of making mistakes.
Same here. Sometimes I know the sentence in my head, but I'm scared to say it.
Because you're afraid people will judge you?
Exactly.
I used to feel the same way. One time I tried speaking English with a tourist and I made so many mistakes.
What did the tourist do?
He smiled and continued the conversation normally.
That's nice.
And at that moment, I realized something important.
What?
Most people care more about communication than perfect grammar.
Wow.
So don't wait until your English becomes perfect before you speak.
But mistakes are embarrassing.
Mistakes are proof that you're learning.
That actually makes me feel better.
Good. And remember, every fluent speaker was once a beginner.
I think social media also makes learners feel bad sometimes.
Why?
Because we see people speaking fluent English perfectly, and we compare ourselves to them.
That comparison is dangerous.
Sometimes I feel like I'll never reach that level.
But you don't know their journey. Maybe they practiced for years.
True.
You should compare yourself only to your past self.
That's a powerful idea.
For example, maybe last month you couldn't understand English videos, but now you understand simple conversations.
Actually, that's true.
See? That's progress.
I think learners forget to celebrate small improvements.
Exactly. Small progress matters.
What helped you improve your listening skills?
Repetition.
Repetition?
Yes, I used to listen to the same short video many times.
Wouldn't that become boring?
Sometimes, but it helped me notice pronunciation, vocabulary, and sentence structure.
Interesting.
The first time, I understood maybe 30%. The second time, 50%. After a few times, I understood almost everything.
That actually sounds effective.
It really is.
What about vocabulary? I always forget new words.
Because you probably memorize words without using them.
Yes.
That's the problem. Don't just read a word once and move on.
So what should I do?
Use the word in your own sentences.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Imagine you learned the word improve. You can say, I want to improve my English. This app improved my listening skills. She improved her pronunciation.
So repetition and usage help memory.
Exactly.
Did you ever want to quit learning English completely?
Many times.
Really?
Yes. Sometimes I felt tired. Sometimes I felt slow. Sometimes I thought I would never become fluent.
Then why didn't you quit?
Because I remembered my reason for learning English.
What was your reason?
I wanted more opportunities in life. I wanted to understand movies, travel confidently, and communicate with people from different countries.
That's inspiring.
Your reason is important because it gives you strength on difficult days.
I think my biggest problem is that I expect fast results.
Many learners do.
I study for 1 month and expect fluency.
Language learning takes time.
Think about children. They spend years learning their first language.
That's true.
Be patient with yourself.
I'll try.
And stop saying, my English is bad.
Why?
Because negative words affect your confidence.
So what should I say instead?
Say, my English is improving every day.
I like that.
Confidence matters a lot in language learning.
You know what? I actually feel motivated again after this conversation.
That's great. But remember, motivation alone is not enough.
Right. I need consistency.
Exactly.
Okay. Starting today, I'll practice English every single day, even if it's only for 20 minutes.
That's a great start.
And I'll stop being afraid of mistakes.
Perfect. Mistakes are part of the journey.
Thank you, Linda. I really needed this conversation.
Anytime, George.
And to everyone watching, If you sometimes feel tired or discouraged while learning English, don't give up.
Your progress may feel slow now, but every small step matters.
Keep practicing.
Keep believing in yourself.
And remember,
Consistency
consistency is the key.